This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The national spotlight is on this former Sugarloaf resident's Christmas lights. That story and more next. Happy New Week. Welcome, my friends, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Kara. And remember, for best results, watch us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and anywhere, anytime with the Samsung Productions app. Well, could your holiday light display win $50,000? One man, formerly from this area, is hoping his display will do just that. Michael Richards was born and raised in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania. He now lives in Riverview, Florida, but his mother and other family members still reside in this area. He and his next-door neighbor will be one of 4 featured teams tonight on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. We talked with Michael via Skype today and about his love of lights and how he became a contestant on tonight's show.
I started decorating my house when I was a kid up in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, my mom and dad's house. I was always putting lights up when I was about 13 years old. My mom came home one night from school or work, and she said, "What are you doing on the roof?" And I was putting lights up, and so it was always a tradition in Turkey Path, and I just loved it ever since as a kid. And I always had a passion that one day I would get my own house. So for a while, it was college. I moved around, had townhouses and things, but when I moved to Florida, I finally had my first house and just got super excited to start decorating it. And since I have a passion for lighting and DJing and music, I decided to do a synchronized light show, a little different, and add music to the show. And that's been really, really good. And I moved down at 13, and every year I just built up more and more. And just seeing the community, and we have so many people. There's 100 people sometime per night outside my house just enjoying it. Just nice to see, be able to touch community. I just enjoy doing lights. Well, becoming part of the TV show, what I was doing was, like last year, I have a lot of family still in Pennsylvania, and most of my family, actually all my family's up that way, and a lot of friends from college in different states up north. And so what I was doing is every night I would put a different video of a light show on YouTube on my webpage for my business to help promote the business, and for my friends and family who couldn't actually see it to watch. And one night I got a text message back from one of the producers of the show. And I thought at first somebody was just messing around with me. I'm like, what? And I called him back, and he said, "Hey, I'm director of ABC Light Fight, and I want to talk to you. Where's your house? It's amazing." And during our conversation, I was talking about, he asked me questions, how I got involved, and I told him about how my neighborhood just loves the lights. And I said about how I actually connected my neighbor's house this year with some Cat 5 and control tables. And I said, my neighbor's involved too. And he's like, "Wait, hold on a second. Did you say your neighbor?" I'm like, "Yeah." Goes, "That's a great idea for a show." So I actually gave ABC the idea to do the neighbor show. So this is the first time ever, and they're excited. And that's all because of our conversation and about my passion and get my neighbor involved. So that's kind of where we got, and then went through an extensive interview process, interviews and Skypes with directors and cast team and everything else. And finally, we got a call in August saying we made the show. So they came October 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. They came for those 4 days. The challenging part is, if you know Florida, the weather's really warm here. And from the weather, we had the hurricane. So we found out August 8th that we made the show. We started August 10th setting up our lights. So we spent hours and days in the hot sun, 100 degrees, putting lights up just to get to September and take them all down. We would take everything back down because of the hurricane. Had to pack it all up and board our windows up and shutter everything down. And then we had such a short time frame, so we really had to rush. There was 15, 17-hour days. I was up to 4 or 5 in the morning trying to get done because they came early October to record, so that was definitely a challenge. We're on the 8 o'clock episode, and there's actually 4 total teams, so it's a neighbors show. We're on the episode special, and so there'll be me and my neighbor versus 3 other families. And what you'll see from our show is just a total synchronization. A lot of things they look at is use of lights is definitely a win for us because I have all LED lights. I like the new modern kind of vibrant colors. My neighbor is more into the traditional kind of Christmas, so he has all of the incandescent lights. So in the middle of our properties, we actually color mix. It's a very challenging thing to do to have LED and incandescent lights. So we actually mixed it in the middle using some LEDs and incandescent to kind of mix our properties together. Everything's all controlled. It looks like one big show. And then Christmas spirit, we're in our Christmas suits, and we actually had the biggest crowd ever turn up for our lighting event. There's actually about 280 people outside, so the judges were amazed by how many people showed up. So we'll have a winner tonight. We'll know at 8 o'clock. We can't say anything, of course. You have to be continued to watch the show, but there'll be a trophy presentation, and someone's take $50,000 home tonight.
Thank you to Sam Lassant Jr. for conducting that interview. Michael and his neighbor used 750,000 lights, 36 controllers, and hundreds of hours preparing for the 4-day shoot with ABC that culminates tonight at 8 p.m. Good luck, Michael. We're rooting for you. And now to our local headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. 2 Hazleton men were charged with firearms violations following 2 incidents Saturday morning. 25-year-old Milton Reynoso Montero and 20-year-old Danny Valdez Vargar were committed to Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $25,000 straight bail. Hazleton police responded to a report of a shooting around 5:30 Saturday morning in the area of Station 33 nightclub. They found a vehicle with bullet holes. Montero was one of the people in the vehicle. Police found an illegal handgun in his possession. Then around 11 a.m., police received a report of a person with a handgun in the 200 block of East Diamond Avenue. The vehicle fit the description of the vehicle seen in the early morning shooting. Officers stopped the vehicle. Vargas was one of the occupants. Police found a stolen handgun under his seat. Police are asking anyone with information to contact Hazleton Police by dialing 911. A dedication took place yesterday in Hazleton. The home at 852 North James Street was donated by the owner to an organization that remodels the home and then provides it at a low cost to qualified families who help with the remodeling. That organization is the Fuller Center for Housing, previously known as Habitat for Humanity. Dr. Robert Heineck is the former owner who grew up in the other side of the double home. He and his wife were there for the ceremony. You can read more about the house and the program in today's Standard Speaker or at standardspeaker.com. And we will have more on the Fuller Center for Housing in the days to come here on SSP TV News. The late and great newsman L.A. Tyrone had a vast knowledge on many subjects, and he also had a vast collection of a number of interesting things. An estate auction for the radio, TV host, and newspaper writer was held over the weekend. There were old toys, tools, baseball cards, motorcycles, watches, and much more up for bid. The day also let friends and colleagues remember Louis Alfred Tyrone once again. You may not be able to bid on these items anymore, but you can still hear some of L.A. Tyrone's work at latyrone.com. One of SSP TV's very own will be the feature of a special article coming up this week. Our Janine Lassant will be highlighted in this week's print and website edition of Electric City. Our Lisa Sugar talked with Emma Black, the photographer assigned to Janine's shoot, which took place on Friday at our studios on Broad Street and at the Laurel Mall.
I'm here to photograph Janine for our up close and personal spread. We're going to do a print article in our paper next week, and we're going to do an online gallery full of photos of her, featuring her and what she does on a regular basis. So I'm here to take the photos.
So how is today's shoot different from maybe some others you've done?
The up close with Janine is really different because, one, I've never been to a TV set to photograph, and that's very different. We do a lot of musicians, sometimes authors even, but we've never done a TV personality, or at least I haven't since I've been with Electric City. So to be on a set, to be in such a different atmosphere, in a different area outside of Scranton, being that we're in Hazleton, is really cool.
So tell us a little bit about Electric City for maybe people who aren't familiar with it.
So Electric City is a print newspaper, and we're also an online, a publication online. We do a lot of entertainment, so we cover arts, music, shows, theater, festivals, a lot of different stuff like that. And our online is really like a picture gallery. We like to get interactive with people in our crowd and say, were you spotted? Find a picture. Were you out in Scranton this weekend? Look and tag yourself and share our website.
So what did you think of Hazleton now that you're here?
I haven't been here much. It's actually probably the second time I've ever been to Hazleton, so it's really nice to see the area and learn about the TV studio here and what's going on in Hazleton.
Watch for Janine's feature at the570.com or check out Electric City on Facebook. Since I started interning at SSP TV when I was 16 years old, there's always been one show I truly enjoy more than all the others, even the one I produce, and that's Sam Lassant's interview with Santa Claus. You are invited to be a part of this year's show at the Laurel Mall Tuesday at 6 p.m. Bring your kids and make sure they have their Christmas list and questions for Santa. After the show, stay tuned for some cookies and more fun thanks to the Hazleton Standard Speaker. We'll let you know when the show will air here on SSP TV. It's another day of our 13 Days of Christmas giveaway from SSP TV and the Laurel Mall and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. For 13 days, one lucky winner will be drawn from the many entries dropped off at the Laurel Mall. Let's find out what's up for grabs on night number 6.
On the 6th day of Christmas, SSPTV gave to me 2 boxes of cold pizza plus dinner for 2 at Italian night at Frankie's Pizzeria.
What a prize. And our winner tonight is Bev Nevedal of West Hazleton. Congratulations. We will get in touch with you, and stay tuned for more great prizes as we celebrate the 13 days of Christmas. Still ahead on SSP TV News, our work week weather forecast and a packed local sports scoreboard, and one of the toughest trivia treats questions yet from Ron Marchetti. Stay tuned. This is SSP TV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, I'm glad to have back in our studios once again our good friend Lori Kane. She is the high school and community relations person for McCann School of Business and Technology in Pottsville, and she is here with more great career advice. This time you're talking about clinical medical assisting. I would think this is becoming quite popular.
It is becoming very quite popular. Just think about all the medical facilities we have right here in our own immediate area, and they continue to pop up each and every day, especially with the health ailments people have to deal with, and making it a little bit easier to be closer to home instead of traveling further distances. So that's a good sense of what the community can offer.
Well, this is a great job then, because as you said, there's so many facilities where you can get a job, but you have to have the right training to get those jobs. So that's where you come into play. So tell us about this program. Like, what kind of classes are they taking, and what kind of jobs will they be trained for?
We offer a clinical medical assisting program which takes about a year to complete. It is a diploma program, and as far as what they learn, it's a little bit of everything. They're learning about the muscular system, they're learning about pharmacology, pathology, the reproductive system, even medical coding and medical insurance as well, which you know that if you ever had a bill, if it was coded incorrectly, you know what happens with that. Lots of telephone calls.
That is so true. So true. That's a lot of information to take in. So you want to be able to understand, I guess, the talk, the jargon that's going on in the doctor's office. So that's why you're being trained, so you know what's going on.
Exactly. Because the more you know, the better off you will be helping your patients, and of course make the process a lot easier for them as well.
So now, if someone is interested in this career, does it start at a certain time? You know, they go through as a cohort. How does this work?
We have starts that our next start is happening on January 8th, and so they can give us a call at 391-3050 to learn a little bit more about the program. And then as far as how it goes, we train them, we have them do an externship where they get to get that hands-on experience, and then sometimes those externships lead to actual hiring of the position that they were part of, or an opening that might occur because they got to know that person and what all they're about.
And you tell me they're certified then after they do this. They take a test and they actually become certified.
Right, they become a certified clinical medical assistant.
All right. So this is really an up-and-coming career. So many job opportunities, you know, everywhere, wherever you go. As Lori said, so many offices and hospitals that are looking for these positions. So if you are interested, you want to call McCann's as soon as possible, so maybe you can get into the next class or learn more about it.
Certainly. Give us a call, 391-3050, and get an opportunity to find out if it's definitely for you. I mean, we welcome people to come in and sit in on a class, as well as meet with our program directors who are in the field and can give them firsthand knowledge about what it's like to be in the hospital or in a doctor's office, and help them make their successful path in life.
All right, sounds good. If you're interested in this or maybe a different career, McCann's might have the answer for you. So give Lori a call at the Pottsville office. Again, the number 570-391-3050, and McCann's will help you get on the road to success.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Took this same weather shot last week, but there was no snow on the ground, and it looks like there's more on the way and some very cold weather. And remember, when it does get this cold, to please bring your pets inside from the cold. And here's our local weather forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, snow is likely, 60% chance of precipitation. It will be cloudy. We'll have a low of 26 degrees. We'll have less than half an inch of snow falling tonight. On Tuesday, periods of snow mainly before 1 p.m., 80% chance. High of 34 degrees. New snow accumulation of less than a half inch possible. Tuesday night, scattered flurries before 1 a.m., then a chance of snow showers after that. Mostly cloudy. Low of 15 with the wind chill. It will feel like 0 degrees outside, and again, less than half an inch of snow possible. Wednesday, some scattered flurries, partly sunny. High of 22 at night, mostly cloudy. Low of 13. Thursday, scattered flurries, mostly cloudy. High of 25. Thursday night, 30% chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy. Low of 17 degrees. Friday, a 30% chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy. High of 29, and then at night, a chance of flurries, mostly cloudy. Low of 18 degrees. And now here's your midday winning lottery numbers for Monday. Pick 2, 6, 2, pick 3, 101, pick 4, 0169, pick 5, 92, 918, and the wild number is 4. A lot of high school basketball over the weekend. We'll get you caught up when we come back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
I was getting used to coming in on Mondays, having some coffee, putting on some Christmas carols, and just easing into the week, but those days are gone, my friends, and that's okay because winter sports are now in full gear. Here's the SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard. The Hazelton area girls basketball team, Coach Joe Gavio, he said he saw some growth in his young team from Game 1 to Game 2 of the season in the Lady Cougar tip-off tournament. Maddie Marachko had 34 points over the 2 games. Harrisburg, they won the title over Lake Lehman. The Marion girls won the Lourdes tip-off tournament. Emily Shaw scored 33 points against Lourdes. The Tamaqua girls started their season off great by winning their tournament. Emma Kaczynski had 13 points in the title game for the Lady Raiders. Allison Wargo put up a double-double in Shenandoah Valley's win over Williams Valley with 16 points and 19 rebounds. They won the Upper Dauphin tip-off tournament as they beat the host in the title game. Victoria Donovan and Wargo had 19 points in that title game. She once again had a double-double. Avery Jordan scored 26 points in North Schuylkill's victory. Penn State Hazelton, they lost to SUNY Delhi in women's basketball. North Schuylkill, the boys, they topped Monoy area, and Jim Thorpe beat Marion. Tamaqua beat Schuylkill Haven behind Thad Zuber's 26 points in that game. It was actually Schuylkill Valley, and Shamokin beat Shenandoah Valley, and then the Blue Devils lost to Lewisburg in the consolation game of a tournament. MMI went 1-1 at the Sullivan County tournament. Philip Byriel had 23 points in the consolation game. Meadowbrook beat MMI in overtime in the opening round. Matt Marchetti made the all-tournament team and scored 24 points in that game. Penn State Hazelton men, they lost 2 games at the Monarch Classic. Marion grad Brandon Muhammad had a double-double in the loss to Kings with 11 points and 13 rebounds. In the pool over the weekend, Hazelton area swept Tamaqua. Paul Flowers won 2 individual events and was part of 2 winning relays. Maggie Yanis did the same for the Lady Cougars. On the mat, Colin Fagley and Matt Lewandowski won titles at the Darren Klingerman Invitational in Bloomsburg for Monoy area. Bronson Strauss won gold for Tamaqua at the same tournament. Hazelton area's Johnny Cora and Charles Everdale placed second at the Tom Best Memorial Top Hat Tournament. And finally, the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins split a pair of games over the weekend. Get ready to be stumped. Here's Ron Marchetti's Trivia Treats.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Trivia Treats, and thank you for watching. I'm going to start tonight with, I think, a pretty good question that none of our viewers will know. At least, I don't think so. In fact, I know so. 0 will know this answer. Perhaps an old-timer from Chicago might know this, but no old-timers from Chicago are watching. The question is, who hit the only game-winning, inside-the-glove home run in Major League history? You have to be at least 80 to have a shot at this, but I don't think so. Answer: Cardinal first baseman Rocky Nelson was credited with a bizarre inside-the-glove home run against the Cubs at Wrigley Field on April 30th, 1949. Chicago was leading 3-2 with a runner on base and 2 out in the 9th when Nelson lifted a shallow fly ball to center field. The Cubs' Andy Pafko believed he had ended the game with a diving somersault catch off his shoe tops. He ran towards the dugout with the ball. But second base umpire Al Barlick, in a delayed call, ruled that Pafko trapped the ball, ignoring his teammates' pleas to throw the ball. Pafko raced in Barlick's direction while Nelson was circling the bases. Mother of God! Pafko finally threw the ball home, with Nelson only steps from the plate, but to no avail. Nelson was credited with the first home run of his major league career, as the Cards emerged with a 4-3 W. Now, staying with baseball, on this day in 1928, 89 years ago, National League President John Hedler proposed that Major League adopt a permanent pinch hitter for pitchers throughout the game, since all pitchers are weak batters and even weaker base runners, who literally put a drag on a baseball game. American League owners opposed that idea, so that motion failed miserably. But exactly 45 years later, in 1973, the year after Joe Madden graduated from HHS, the American League adapted the designated hitter rule. However, the National League refused to make any changes to the idea that baseball is still a 9-man game. And finally, does anyone still remember the Gotham Bowl? I don't think so. Well, 55 years ago, in 1962, Nebraska edged Miami 36-34 in the Gotham Bowl before a sparse crowd of 6,166 at the original Yankee Stadium. A combination of 14-degree weather and a New York City newspaper strike, which diminished the game's publicity, contributed to the low attendance. This will prove to be the second and last ever Gotham Bowl. No more college football bowl games were played in New York City until the inaugural Pinstripe Bowl at the new Yankee Stadium in 2009. Make it a good week. See you Friday. Till then, be a good sport.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk of the town. The Miller Keystone Blood Drive will be held on Thursday, December 14th from noon until 5 p.m. at the Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, in the first floor lobby. If you would like to register for this event, please call 570-501-4249, and please bring your personal identification card. And come on out to Christmas with Sarah Vienna on Saturday, December 16th at 6:30 p.m. at Faith Assembly of God Church. This concert is free, but there will be a Goodwill donation following the event. For more information, you can go to faithag.com or call the number on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. Judith M. Farnell of McAdoo. Service will be held on January 11th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the John J. Pusti Funeral Home. Reverend John H. Salko of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. at St. John Byzantine Catholic Church in Scottsdale. Friends may call Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. and 6 to 8 p.m. and on Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Frank Capper Funeral Home in Scottsdale is in charge of the arrangements. And Nicholas J. Parise Jr. of Hazleton. Mass is Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. at Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church in Hazleton. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton is in charge of the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Rosemary Avillion of Hazleton. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Big thanks to Peggy Hunsinger for the nice Christmas cards we received from her here at the SSPTV staff. We appreciate it. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.